Pastor Zillinger's Daily Devotions. Psalm 119, verses 113 through 120, or Psalmic. This is the S letter, if you would, in the Hebrew alphabet. And this is an acrostic psalm, so you've been going through the psalm, hitting different letters in Hebrew as you go all the way to the end. I hate the double-minded, but I love your law. You are my hiding place and my shield. I hope in your word. Depart from me, you evildoers, that I may keep the commandments of my God. Uphold me according to your promise, that I may live, and let me not be put to shame in my hope. Hold me up, that I may be safe, and have regard for your statutes continually. You spurn all who go astray from your statutes, for their cunning is in vain. All the wicked of the earth you discard like dross, therefore I love your testimonies. My flesh trembles for fear of you, and I am afraid of your judgments. So once again, using some words of commands and statutes and judgments and testimonies, all repeated over and over. They are different words. They're not completely synonymous, but they're all kind of in a same category of things. And talking a little bit about how you separate yourself and how you get different from others in the world. Now, this is a difficult thing to manage and to do it well. It's really an art because there's not a direct recipe like, oh, if you just stay indoors all the time, then the world won't affect you. That's not true. But it does talk about, depart from me, you evildoers, that I may keep the commandments of my God. Who are the people around you? Who is your safety net? Who are the closest people to you? Who are the ones that give you advice? And are they strong Christians? Are they strong Lutherans? Are they scriptural? Are they sacramental? Are these the ones you're getting advice from? Or are you close buddy buddies getting advice from people of the world? Now, it doesn't mean you don't have to have friends who are worldly or in the world or people who are not Christian. That's a good thing to do. But my rule of thumb is this, are you changing them by your presence or are they changing you by their presence? And I say this especially for kids because a lot of times kids rebel in middle school and high school and they're like, oh, I want to hang out with these cool kids, but they're not really Christian. They're not acting this way. They might try to experiment in different ways. And I say the same thing to them. Okay, you're a Christian and you have the light of Christ, but are you changing them? Or are they changing you? That's a hard road because I've been in situations like that too. And it means that you have to kind of be doubly secure. You have to be really connected to Jesus because the world is very slippery and very enticing. And so we don't want to hang around those people. We don't want to be sucked into their mentality. We don't want to go down their things, their roads and their ideology because they're astray. They don't like what God gives and his promises and his commandments and his testimonies and his statutes. Those are all good things. That's what we have our hope in. That's what we cling to. The Lord bless your day as well as your week.